Hey, this is Donnie of the Marketing Twins. I want to give this quick overview of Hootsuite. We discussed this in the meeting, but for those who weren't able to see everything or you want a refresher, here's just a quick little refresher on using Hootsuite to manage Twitter. Obviously, you can manage Twitter through twitter.com or other resources, but Hootsuite is a particular application that we like using for a couple reasons. One, it provides us the ability to manage multiple accounts, which in most cases, those of you watching this probably won't need that. Sarah, you might be in a position one day, if you have your own Twitter account, you might be doing your Twitter account as well as maybe the corporate account. But the other reason we like it is it gives the ability to schedule out tweets, and it also has a good iPhone application and I believe a good iPad application as well. So we really like this one. TweetDeck is another one. The word tweet and then DECK, TweetDeck. Both of these can be found at tweetdeck.com or this one at hootsuite.com. As you can tell up here, it's Hoot and then the SUITE.com. Simply go into hootsuite.com, set up an account. I believe these are free accounts. You can set up professional level accounts if you feel like you need to do that. I don't believe that we go that route unless you're going to manage multiple accounts. But nonetheless, here's just a quick little overview of Hootsuite. This home button here shows us the stream of things and the way we have set these up. We've set up to have at any time, these are the people that we're following here, and these are anytime this particular account, which is Twins IT2, that's the simulated account that we set up to show you how this works. Anytime it's mentioned here, so there are some other things too, and we'll get to those in a minute. Since you set up little columns, this is a column, this is a column, and as we scroll over, you'll see other columns as they go. Okay, so this home is your streams right here. I'm going to scroll up a little bit. These are all the people that this, and I'm going to say we. When I say we, it's the Twins IT2 account is following, so that when we're following these folks, we're going to see this in our home feed, all the tweets that they put out. Here's PD Maxwell posted something 12:39, SAP Careers, John Earp, etc. All these people we are following, and therefore when they post something, it pulls into this feed here. Now at any point, you can see the blue is the hyperlinked underlines. You'll see the hashtags that are listed here, this pound or hashtag job. Here's some other ones, Tweet My Job, SAP Jobs. You can see all the different ones here. You can also see the shortened URLs. Here's this bit.ly, bit.ly. That's a feature that's in some programs, or you can go to bit. I believe it's bit.ly.com or bit.ly. I think you can find it. Just Google bit.ly and you'll be able to get to it. That's a shortener for the URL that's real long. But in most cases, like TweetDeck, you have that built into this, and I'll show you that here just a little bit. If you find any of these folks that you're following here and you think that this is something worth retweeting, this is coming in live as we speak here. If we find this, you can do various things here. Start here with the direct message. Remember, the direct message is only available if the person that sends SAP Careers is not only part of you're following them, but they have to be following you. So if there's not that reciprocal relationship, then you cannot send a direct message. That is a private message. If you were following each other and we wanted to send a direct message to them, we could click that and say, hey, where did you get that information? You know, we'd love to share it privately. It's privately shared between the two of you, not visible by anybody else. I'll skip over here to the reply, and that's just the arrow going backwards. If I wanted to reply and say, hey, SAP Careers, that's wonderful, great information. Where did you get it? And I don't mind that being visible to everybody, then I can hit reply, or I can hit thanks, or a variety of things I'd want to hit reply for. just to respond back to them. It's a way of engaging with them. Sometimes they reply back, sometimes they don't, but at least it's a way of replying with them. But that is public. This is the retweet. Again, this is like forwarding an email to somebody. If you like it, you want to forward it on to somebody else. You're telling people, when SAP Career sent this out, we're going to retweet that. And what we're saying is that now those people who are following us are now going to receive it. Again, this column is people that we are following, but we want to share this with people who are following us. So we can retweet that. If we did, it would retweet that. If I hit that, it pops up here in this little dialog box, and you can see all of that information here was directly from SAP Careers. And what did it do? It put an RT in front of it. And you can also see this little number here. I think it's in the, if not, I apologize, it should be inside where you can see this. There's a number here, 13. That's the number of characters that you have left. So you can do it in multiple different ways. Some people do a slash. You can see I'm up here. Some people will do arrows or something. And you can see that the numbers are going down for every character, including the spacing, that tells you how many things left. So we could say agree, or you could say thanks. If you said thanks a lot, we're outside this, and it would have to be truncated, and all it's a little more complicated. I would not recommend that, because in most cases you don't want it to be truncated, because it messes up your response. So just keep that in mind. So we could retweet that and send that out. Now, let's go back to our news feed here. So those are the options here: reply, direct message, and retweet. And so that's what all these are. We can go through these. Now, I mentioned here, so somebody here mentioned Ina SAP retweeted this information here. And so that's great. You could reply back to this person and say, thanks for the retweet, and send a reply back to that person. In fact, we'll just do that now. So that just goes back there, just acknowledging, giving a little love to that person, saying thank you for retweeting, part of that engagement process. You could also retweet it, because you're basically saying, you're retweeting what they retweeted. That's one way of doing it. Some people do that. Well, we prefer just reply them saying thanks, but if you wanted to forward that on, you could retweet it and do it that way. Here's also Richard Duffy posted this via Twinside, so let's share that. You could thank him as well. So I'm going to scroll over to the other columns here. Here's some search things that we set up, and you can set these up in your Hootsuite. We wanted to search for anytime there was a hashtag of SAP. You can probably see that in the green there, but SAP and hashtag SAP jobs together. If you just put SAP only, you're going to get stuff related to SAP that really may or may not have anything to do with what you're wanting to talk about, or maybe so much that you want to filter it. So this way we filtered it down from SAP to SAP and SAP and jobs. So you have two different hashtags it's looking for, and this filters it more from one and allow what we're wanting to do. So but you could search for various things. There's different seats that you sent, so you can kind of keep track of that. And if you had any direct messages there. That's kind of the feeds that you can set up. Very quickly, I go to the publisher. The publisher is really going to show you what you have. One of the benefits of Hootsuite is the ability to schedule out things. We're going to show you how the publisher, don't believe that we have any, but I just want to look real quick before we go and try something. It's taking a little long time to load, but while we're doing that, there's different analytics and some other things on here. Some of these we don't use as much, but you can certainly play around with that. I'm going to go back to the stream here. It's taking a long time to load this morning. Don't know why. But you can set up, if I wanted to set up and say I wanted to send out a message that said SAP jobs available. Okay, finally refreshed here. Let's kind of catching up to itself here. Okay, see, there's nothing in this box. It's plain white. And I'll show you. So up here, we want to switch back to my. It's now into the Marketing Twins tab. I want to be over here in the Twins IT tab, and so it's taking a little while to make its way over there. But I don't want to do that, but I don't know why it's taking so long. But basically what you want to do is you can set up any tweet that you want to have go out and schedule it. And when you schedule it, you will see these listed here. You can schedule in bulk. I typically don't schedule in bulk. It'll say scheduled, and it will list out all of the different ones that you have. Let's see if I can get this to load a little more quickly. Here it is loading. We want it to load into the Twins IT account. Here we go. I'm going to put SAP jobs available, and then this is a feature we can type. We can type this IT services 2.com. You can type that, or if you have a real long URL, you add it here, and it shrinks it or shortens it into a feature if you're using OWL, OW.ly. It's another shortener. And then you come over here after you've got this. You can attach different images from time to time. You can add locations and stuff like that. But the main thing is the scheduling. And here I could set this up to go out at a certain time. I could sit there and say I want this to go out at 3 p.m. today and hit save or schedule. Now I can come over here to Publisher, and I can see that it jumped down here and not scheduled in bulk. It's now under scheduled, and you'll see that there are at 3:05 p.m. today, there's this particular one scheduled. So you could schedule multiple ones out for several days or a week at a time, or if you're going to be out of town and you want to schedule them, you could schedule them, set them up. Once you get them set up, if you want to adjust them, you can edit it and simply go back in and add anything here that you want, change the date, whatever you want to modify there. Or if you don't want to, you can delete it, which is what I'll do for this. But that's basically the concept behind Hootsuite. So I would recommend you go to Hootsuite.com and play around with getting an account set up for whether it's all of you doing this, or at least Sarah will probably want to do this for sure, and then you can set it up. If any of you have questions about Hootsuite, don't hesitate to send an email to the account that we have set up that goes to both of us, and that is IT2@marketingtwins.com. So send that email to us, and we'd be glad to answer any question, or obviously if any time we're in one of our in-person meetings or over the phone sessions, feel free to ask us any questions that you have. Okay, thanks.